Welcome to another edition of Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I'm your boy, Professional Sutton.
And I'm your boy, Chris G.
And it's your boy, The Ruck Report.
We back in the building, man. We back in the building. We had a little week hiatus off, but you know what? We are back.
But we
never left some. And we got a lot to talk about. But before we kick off the show, man, we do want to send some rest in peace, man, to some legends, man. One being Arnold Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
I know some of you know him as the half and half guy, but they call him the king on the golf course, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely a legend. He's at 87 years young on Monday. So rest in peace, Arnold Palmer. Also, Jose Fernandez, man.
Mm-hmm.
He was 24 years old. He was a pitcher for the Marlins. Him and 3 other people died tragically in a boating incident, man. And you know, when you look at the way the community of baseball is shooken up, you know what I mean? You know, people say he was not only was he good on the field, but he was definitely on his way, and he was there.
He was a legit ace.
Yes,
for the Marlins. He was the star pitcher on that rotation. So, and you know, listen, don't sleep. He can swing that bat too. So, but you know that doesn't happen often with pitchers.
But he's also, from what people say, a great dude off the field.
You know fiance, pregnant.
Yeah, man.
It's just, man, that's when it's tough, man. It's just like, you never want to go out, you never want to leave your family, but you know, at that juncture, a young man with a young family, a growing family, and just life was cut short, and you know, tragedy.
Yeah, so you know, we definitely want to send our condolences to the Fernandez family, his friends, also the members who were on that boat. But, you know, we want to send our condolences. Also, our farewells, not in the passing on stage, but KG, man. KG retired.
Big ticket.
You know, he was definitely one of my favorite players coming in.
Yo, I have so much to talk about with him, man.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Spit that, man.
Now, you know what it is, man, when I really thought about it, and I think over the specter of the NBA and the people that we have had retire, I think him and Tim Duncan may be 2 of the most underappreciated stars that we have really had in the game. Now, I say that because basketball enthusiasts, basketball fans understand what it is with Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
And also KG. Novices may look at them and say, all right, yeah, they was good. They won the championship. I remember anything's possible. I remember Tim always had the, you know, same button down on for 22 years.
Since the Ray J video.
You know, I get that. But at the same time, you know, when you talk about, like, we just saw Allen Iverson go to the Hall of Fame. We just saw Shaq and Yao Ming going into the Hall of Fame. And people talked about how much of a game changer Allen Iverson was, which he was. You know, Bubba Chuck is one of my all-time favorites. But KG, you talking about the kid, the guy that revitalized the whole coming from high school into the NBA and being able to play. You're talking about a kid that not only did that, but went to the Minnesota Timberwolves and actually turned the Minnesota Timberwolves into something that was more than what they were. They were a joke before he got there.
Sure.
You know, I mean, when you're talking about a team before he got there, that their best 2 players were Sam Mitchell and Tom Gugliotta. You know, and I'm not taking a knock at Sam and Tom, but when you talk about, you know, I remember vividly him taking a mashup team of, you know, the Charles Sprewell, Sam Cassell, Troy Hudson, Anthony Peeler, to deep into the Western Conference. You know, I remember them going up against the Lakers before he left, you know, against Shaquille and Kobe with a pretty good team and giving them everything that they could handle. You know, I remember them beating Sacramento. And everybody has to remember that play. You know, Game 7, him crossing Steve Weber up, going to the hole and banging on him. You know, you're talking about one of the best power forwards to legitimately ever play this game.
Yeah, at his peak. Yeah, 100%.
At his peak,
100%.
And I feel like he was one that had, just like some of those other greats, had peaks in different ways. Because I think he reached his peak with Minnesota when he got them there. And then when he left, you saw. I rarely see it in a lot of people, but you saw him go to another level when he got to Boston.
Right. And also that, when you, for me, KG, he personified hard work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, that was a time when, like, Jordan was still there, Kobe, AI, so it was all about finesse. So it's like, a lot of them dudes, don't get me wrong, KG, he was God-given too, but, again, he made you feel like it was possible. He always talked, listen, if you work hard, knowing his story, knowing what he went through and why he came to the NBA, you know what I mean? So I think that's why I gravitated to him, you know what I mean? When I was coming up, I'm like, I just loved how he worked hard.
I loved it, man. One of the best things that I saw, and shout out to my young boy, man, from around the way in Orange, my boy Al Harrington. He had the best post ever. He said, not only is the league going to miss his greatness, but no longer will you hear the phrase, you know what I'm talking about.
You watch this like
it's ass on the court no more. He said that will never be said like it was when KG was there. Because KG would call. Listen, I know one person that's glad that he's going. Charlieville and the waiver. You got what you wish for. He ain't gonna mess with you no more. But it's just KG was something special, man. He was something special. And to play in that game, 21 years. Yeah. They said he has almost spent. He spent more than half of his life playing in the NBA.
Yeah, because he came in at 18.
Yeah,
that's
something, man. But that Hall of Fame class, I know we talked about a little bit off air. That 2021 Hall of Fame class with KG, with Ebok, Kobe, for people that don't know. I call him Ebok because I don't respect him like that too much. But congratulations to Kobe, too. He got another baby coming. They got another daughter.
Yeah, he can't get a
Kobe,
break to save his life.
Kobe, you can't get a break. Listen, and Kobe, I don't want to see nothing when you 50 talking about you gonna hit some little boy up because you tried to touch your daughter in the. Never mind. So Timmy is gonna be there. Paul Pierce, Kobe. Paul Pierce announced this week that this is gonna be his last season in the league.
Thank God.
Thank God.
It could be the truth, man.
No,
he been alive for a few years.
Damn excuse. That's what he's been. Excuse. It has been an excuse, man.
And then hopefully, if he stay retired, Ray, aka Jesus Shuttlesworth,
don't do it.
Will be in the building.
Don't, please, Ray. Just
but it could be a real good class, man. I'm excited about that.
It just like how like when your parents talk about, I'm getting old, man. Like, I don't feel old, but like when you have, like I said, those names that you name, I remember when they came in the league. It's like, they retired. Like, they like, in 5 years, they could be in the hall. Like, you're going to be like, wow, like, that's what's up, man. But it's still a blessing.
Your godson said it best, that they next. The
crazy.
LeBron class, the Melo, the Wade class. And you're talking about, we was grown men, you know what I mean? Like, in their prime when they got drafted, we was just coming out of high school when they got drafted.
Because us and LeBron
are the same age.
Yeah.
So, it's, as the world turns, we stare mortality in the face more and more every day. And that's a part of it right there. So,
But think about that, though. What if they even, did something with that class where you're talking about KG, Kobe, Tim, Paul, Ray, if they,
Nah, Paul would miss it by a year. Unless he got first. And technically, Ray Allen would be eligible a couple years later. He ain't played in 2 years.
Yeah,
so Ray would be available earlier.
Yeah.
And Paul Pierce would be 1 year later. But as of right now, KG, Kobe, Duncan,
they all
that's
in the
same class.
But even if you're talking about, now say Ray comes back, say Paul, and you're talking about a year away, that could even still be another dope class because then you would talk about Paul, Ray, Dirk, Vince.
Yeah,
Could be Tracy.
But don't forget Steve Nash.
Steve Nash.
But Dirk, I think Dirk definitely needs to get more praise than what he actually gets because,
Dirk is
if I'm not mistaken, he's top 7 scoring all time.
Listen, top 7 scoring all time, and he is hands down hands down, I don't think there would be any argument on this panel. He's the best foreign player to ever touch the NBA floor.
It'd be hard to argue it. I mean, it'd be really, really
the
hard.
The only other people I'm listening to, if you're talking about Tony Parker and if you're talking about Arvydas Sabonis.
I was going to say Sabonis, but I ain't want y'all to get on me with my Portland stuff. I ain't want y'all to get on me.
I'm with you on that.
But
his son played for Gonzaga.
He do. No, he got drafted.
Well.
But just one thing I want to say about Arvydas Sabonis. The Arvydas Sabonis we saw was even not the best Arvydas Sabonis because he was stuck, couldn't get into the NBA, and they got the best of him overseas. But even when he got over here, he was the Shaq stopper, and he was the first 7-footer pulling up from 30.
And listen, I don't mean he racist, but he was the first white guy to say, you know what? If a bar fight, I'm taking him. I'm taking him because you know he gonna drink some vodka, and it's on. It's on.
Sabonis was definitely a great player. But listen, Dirk just from start to finish in the NBA, he's been a great. I love the way Mark Cuban took care of him in Dallas. That's the way that you're supposed to treat your greats. That's the way you're supposed to treat the people that got you a championship. Pat Riley. That's the way you're supposed to treat them. That's the way they're supposed to go out.
Right.
But
you know why Dirk is really one of my favorites though?
Black wife.
Not only that, but she got him coming in the games
with
a paper plate with aluminum foil on it.
Get us to your mom.
Dirk, you with us.
Hold on. He got him a homegrown African sister. He got him motherland sister.
Listen, Dirk knows what Black Lives Matter means. That's all I'm gonna say, people. He knows.
Stupid.
He knows what it means.
But so we got the NBA coming. So listen. When
talk about
it. Once it's like 30 days away, we gonna be on it, man.
It's already 30. We like
that's true.
Yeah, we 30. We about 30.
Okay, so next
preseason this weekend. Golden State and Toronto.
Listen, I mean, I'm excited, but I'm still riding that wave, man.
KG got 2 waves in the front of his head. He's been brushing his hair. Y'all better act like y'all know.
And KG and Katie acting up too, because he's in 2K17 commercial with the hat on in the tub,
throwing his phone in the tub. Like,
dude, I can't. I'm so much more excited for the NBA season than I am for football right now. I can't wait. And I know everybody think, it's gonna be a wash because the Warriors gonna be so good. I can't wait.
Wait. So let's dig right into it, Chris. Who is your squad or other self-proclaimed super team that you think will be able to rival the Golden State Warriors?
What other team do I think will be able to rival? Nobody. But that doesn't mean I'm not excited to watch everybody try. I am excited to watch everybody. I want them to come out and score 150 every day. Like, I want this to be, you know what I want them to be? I want them to be UNLV. I want them to be the Fab Five. I can't wait. I want to see them. And I'm not a Golden State fan. I mean, I like Steph. I like his wife. I like, I support Golden State, but I'm not a fan of Golden State, and I want to see them kill. I want to see them kill everybody. Christmas Day, Golden State versus Cleveland. I want them to beat Cleveland by 70. Like I can't wait to see. I want to see them max out. You know what it is? I want to see them max out their potential. Yeah. And that's exciting to me because initially they won't. You're just not. Mm-hmm. So I want to see them get a little better, a little more dominant every game. That's what I want to see.
You know what? And Chris, like, I have to agree with you because I love the fact that, again, KD did what he wanted to do.
Yes.
Like, I want them to bring to everybody and say, yes, we did. What are you going to do about it? We can do what we want to do. And like everybody can say, listen, KD, since he's there, it's called the Splish Splash Brothers now. You know what I mean? Because we got to include KD in it, man. Like, I'm like you, Chris. I hope they score 170 points, except for when they play my godson and them. And then after that, and then they can keep scoring. Because again, I think that we are at a time where a lot of these athletes, like, you know, they are tired of being under the regime of these owners. And like, I want them to shut the media up too. Like, why does KD have to stay in Oklahoma City? He don't have to. Like, he's a grown ass man. You know what I mean? Like, I want him to have fun. I want them to have fun. I want them to break the record. Like, I actually want them to break their record from last year and they keep going.
I don't know if they will. But
I tell
you what I do
think it's
want.
possible.
I don't think they're going to be as hungry for it. But I tell you what I do want to see. I want to see them dominate and win, and then I want to see other players devise a plan to beat said team. Yes. You know what? Listen, we need to join forces. Yes. Thundercats, go.
Yes. And the more that happens, the more we'll forget about what LeBron James did. So I don't want to hear nothing.
Exactly. Listen, I love it, man.
You can't forget about nothing he did because his hairline and his commercials are all over the place.
Listen,
I told you why.
Kobe said it best. Kobe said, "Man, if I was in I would want them every night. If you got any kind of man or any kind of dog in that heart, like you, I don't care who they got. I'm such and such. You know what I mean?
But you know what I'm also really excited to see? I'm really excited to see New York basketball have the potential to not only be exciting again, but to be close to a dominant team in the East again. I'm excited that Chicago will have another chance to again be dominant. I'm excited for the East that they have so much parity now that it's not just going to be a Cleveland romp. You know, I'm excited that Cleveland has retooled and done the things that they have done. No, I think the addition of Mike Dunleavy is big. I think the addition of Birdman is big. Birdman. I think one thing that they better get figured out right now, they better get JR figured out and what they're going to do with that. But I think the Pacers intrigue me. You know, Jeff Teague and Montel is in the same backcourt, and you still got Paul, and then now you got Al, and now you got Miles Turner, and now you got Thaddeus Young. You know, the Bulls. How are they going to mesh? What are they going to play like? Is D Wade going to be the man that they need him to be? What's Rondo going to be like? Again, the Knicks and everything with health being the key, but their pieces and what they have and what's on paper is something that it got me like when that Tiana Taylor video came on. I was like, oh,
I
ain't moving. What you say?
Fade.
Now,
hold up.
Like this.
Let me tell you, stop, man. My girl be watching this.
Now, okay.
Don't forget the Bucks. And I know that sounds crazy, right?
No, that sounds crazy. You're right though.
The Bucks got this young, athletic, lanky, long team.
Yes.
Double pause. But, listen, we got to see what they are. But we're talking about they got a starting five that averages 6'8".
Or better.
You know what I mean? We got to remember, Greek Freak is 6'10"? Yep. He running point.
Yep. Listen, I'm surprised, not only just with the Bucks too, but as bad as they suck, and I know my baby watches too, and she be like, what you talking about? I don't care. Philly. Right? Listen, Philly.
She love Philly teams.
I'm mad at what y'all did to Beans, so y'all ain't gonna get no respect from me right now. Disrespectful as Jones, nut balls, right? So I'm excited to see what Joel Embiid could be, what Ben Simmons could be.
I'm excited about.
I know one thing: they better not ever in their lifetime. And I'm starting a petition today, America. The petition is Joel Embiid can never be in front of a microphone ever again in his lifetime. Ever. Don't you ever, whoever his agent is, need to be smacked. Why? They need to do what they did. Remember the Chappelle Show skit when they was doing Roots? And that's what they need to do with his agent. Put him on that pole and whip him for letting him get on the mic like that. Yeah. Because when he was talking, I think
well, he only did 1 year of college.
You know what he was? He was what's the boxer name from Harlem Night?
Yo.
Somebody gonna get their ass.
Yeah. He should have ended. He should have ended the press conference and said, "Come on, babies, let's go." Like you should have went there. But I'm excited about it. I'm excited in the West to see if they really serious when they're talking about James Harden being the point guard. I'm excited to see what the Timberwolves are going to be like.
Yeah, I'm about to say. But listen, so now real quick, now when you're talking about a player, you know how you said people like, yo, bring your best. One player who I know going to bring his A game, he always do.
Let's go.
Is dropping dimes, Dame. I'm telling you,
right he is.
Cause I swear, Dame will pull up from half court on Steph. He don't give a damn.
Let me tell y'all this.
That's that Oakland. That's that real Oakland in it.
Listen, y'all done pissed Dame off
on his mama, nigga.
3 straight years, y'all done pissed Dame off. Dame is gonna go crazy, but to keep it in that fan, in that town biz, I'm say here right now, Russell Westbrook
Game time.
is gonna be an MVP. Russell Westbrook is going to be the MVP.
I just need some time just to watch this season.
I want you to
But I don't know who's going to be the MVP. I just need time to see how the season goes. Because I don't like giving people the MVP before the season start. Just give me to.
You want to crown ass and crown ass.
Exactly. Give me till March. Give me March.
Nope.
Give me March, and then I'll have a good idea.
And even though we're talking basketball in the segment, guess who my NFL MVP is?
Hoping they ain't Aaron Rodgers.
First of all, you saying a lot of big words, so I'm taking this disrespect.
So watch your
mouth. You ever heard of Frosty?
Luke and Perry?
Yo, my MVP for the NFL, and we're going to jump right back, it's Colin Kaepernick. Go ahead, back to what we're talking about.
Most of Marfell Link, baby. Go ahead.
Oh, boy, all right, let's.
You know what we're going to do? Run through your face. That's all I want you to do.
Can you explain a little more further?
Over and over and over and over and over. Run through their face. But I'm just excited, man. One big thing I know we talked about touching on, and Chris, I definitely want to get your feelings on this, especially because of, shots fired at Pat Riley. So Chris Bosh, unfortunately, may have his career ended due to the blood clots, right?
Mm-hmm. What the blood clot?
What the down by the beach?
That's not funny.
Oh, but anyway, right? So they're gonna go forward with the medical retirement. They're gonna be able to recoup the $75 million that they owe him. Before y'all get upset, people, Chris Bosh still gonna get all that money,
all that bread.
You're gonna get every drop. That bag is coming. It's coming. But again, I feel bad because not only does he want to play, but he's still arguably in the prime of his career. So what do you feel about that?
I think he should retire. Yeah, one of my favorite movies is The Count of Monte Cristo. Mm-hmm. And he goes, "You have the money, take the woman, and live your life." That's one of the lines for the movie. And listen, dude, he's young. I mean, he's not this old, grizzled guy. You know what I mean?
Basketball term.
Yeah, Chris Bosh is 32, I think, 32, 33 years old. He didn't really blow his money that he already gotten, and he's about to get $75 million. You have a beautiful wife. You have 4 beautiful daughters. Dude, just retire, live your life, and be happy. There's no need for you. And I get it. You still got that hunger, that fire, that desire to play, and you just don't want to give that up. Everything you've known has been basketball. Everything that's giving you the life that you live has been basketball. And I'm sure that's going to be a hard decision. But your life and your family, having you in their life, is most important. And the thing with blood clots is you can't get bruised when you're on blood thinners. Mm-hmm. You can't. So that's why you can't play. Because if he would be on the court and he'd be running around and he get a bruise, listen, you can potentially die. because you're on blood thinners and you got in a bruise. So, nah, man, just retire. Take the money. Take your woman. Take your family. Live a nice life. Go cook. Go make mad crazy faces on Instagram.
Listen,
do
man,
you?
But Jurassic also, Park 3 is going to come out. So you got millions of options.
You know what? Listen, Chris Boss. Oh my God! Listen, he is one of those intelligent guys. So if he become an analyst or a commentator,
do that.
I'll listen to him. Okay, but there's some other guys when they retire. Please don't give him the goddamn mic. Please don't snatch that damn mic. But he's one of those guys who you can listen to. And, you know, you're going to understand, oh, my Jesus. Who is that? All right. All right. Chris Bob, do whatever the hell you want to do after I just seen that picture. I digress.
Just so, live your life.
Let's. Oh, my God. Who is that? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Anyway, so moving right along in the segment of the show, we're going to talk about NCAA football.
Oh,
yeah. So
hold on. My lock of the week. My lock. And I'm telling you, if you're a betting man, you need to bet this. I rebuke you. In Jesus' name.
Hallelujah.
If you're a betting man and you want a lock of the week, Baylor minus 16.5 against Iowa State. Take that money and run.
How much you got to put on it? How much you got to put on it?
It depends on what you're trying to.
I'm trying to get a G.
I'm trying to win big, Chris.
I'm trying to get a G, Chris.
Well, you trying to get a G?
Yeah.
Just a straight up bet.
Straight up, yeah.
You need to bet a G. Like
the what? I thought if I put 20,
Chris. If I put 35,
there's other things you would have to do to if you wanted to.
We want to talk about that.
If you wanted to turn 20 into a G, just 20. You have to bet more than one game, and then you would have to bet overs and unders and things like that.
All right, we're going to talk about that after because we need to make that happen.
Because Chris talking like he sell some drugs.
You want to win $120?
Yeah.
All right. This is our 20 of when you're 120. Bet Baylor minus 16.5, 12 o'clock. Bet Northwestern plus 13.5, 12 o'clock. Bet Wisconsin plus 10.5, 3:30. Them 3 games, $20. And then $20. There you go.
Chris, we're going to talk after this.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. So,
Chris is like the rock and ballers people. He's my financial advisor.
Yeah. Kane is in the building. So D and I, we talked off air. What's up with these daggone kids dropping the ball before they get in the goddamn end zone?
I love it.
It's stupid, man.
I love it.
It's stupid.
You know why I love it?
Why?
Y'all saw that Ohio State game. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Oh, my gosh. Like, what are you
over there
doing?
Sounding like Chris Carter right now.
Yeah. Listen, that was a spectacular game.
Come on.
I'm glad that Oklahoma showed up to give us that dub.
To choke like they do.
I'm glad Choklahoma was their regular old Choklahoma set.
Yes.
But no, listen, it's a problem. And what it really shows me is just a lack of discipline from these young players. It's a lack of discipline.
It is.
Stop dropping the ball. But if I was a coach, I'd rather get a penalty for excessive celebration than you dropping the ball at the 1 yard line. Let me tell you something. If you my star player, I can't not put you in the game for dropping the ball. But let me tell you something. I come from a school where we beat the team by 45 and we still had to run holy crosses. If you play football, you know what them is. So let me tell you something. You could be the star. You drop the ball before you get into the end zone and let that come back. Boy, I'm going to be in that.
Especially if that 7 only turns into 3. And that 3 is the deciding factor of the game.
Or if you drop the ball and it's a touchback and the other team get the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you something. Hell will have no fury for what practice is going to be like for you that Monday. Let me tell you.
Listen, I can remember we beat a team by 2 touchdowns, and because the coach said he better not catch another slant, he caught that damn slant. And after the game, now mind you, we won the game. After the game, coach said, line it up. We had to line it up. Parents looking at Art like, are you guys serious? They won the game. Like, no, and the kid had a cast on it, and that's what made it worse. Like, he shouldn't even. Oh my God, it was horrible. But Again, take the ball, stretch it out. I don't care what you do. Just cross the plane. Stop dropping it. Like, that's not cool, man. Pass it to the ref. As soon as you score, take the ball, find the ref.
Don't even find the ref. Just get over the line with the ball and then do whatever. Do what I care about the 7. I mean, I care about the 6. Yeah. Get me the 6. I'll deal with the other repercussions once you get me the 6.
Listen, I don't know what's going on in the college football, man. It's between the players, some coaching decisions, things that have happened.
Yeah.
I can't say I see it on your board, but I know we talked about it last night too. Like Les Miles. Wow.
In the beginning of the season.
Wow.
Good.
But you know what? I thought he would be fired at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
I'm telling right now, I don't think Les Miles should get another job.
He will. Come on, man.
You think he's going to fail up, Chris?
Hold on. He shouldn't get another job, and I won't be surprised if he doesn't. Because this is when you look at Les Miles, and this is what you really need to look at. Les Miles is in the state of Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Pound for pound, literally the best pool of talent comes out of Louisiana. If you look at the NFL players in the league today, most of them, the majority, came out of Louisiana. There are better players in Louisiana than Alabama. There are in the state coming up that you're going to recruit. Every kid growing up in Louisiana wants to go to LSU. That's what they want. You don't even have to recruit your in-state talent, which is the best. Now, with that being said, you telling me that you got the in-state, in your state, you have the best talent, and the best that you could do is not produce quarterbacks, have Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham on the same team, and we didn't even know who they were till they got to the NFL.
Nope.
We didn't know. I mean, obviously, we knew the names, but we didn't know the potential. What Jarvis is the number 1 wide receiver for the Dolphins. And he's been tearing it up since he came in the league. Obviously, we all know who ODB, Mr. Crying Face, is.
I didn't know who Jarvis was.
I didn't either.
Until he got
but you had that talent in LSU. And what do you want to do? You want to run 3 yards a clip and play tough defense. Now, you tell me in the college atmosphere that we live in now, with everybody with spread offenses, wanting to run the ball, wanting to put up points, wanting to be flashy, what state or what other school does he go to where he can have that type of degree of talent at his disposal and he couldn't be successful there? So he's going to go to Wyoming and try to run the same type of a bullshit offense. Mind you, that he was already getting threatened to be fired because he needed to change, and he didn't change. So obviously he's not going to change. He believed that his way of football is the way to play football in this new era of let's score. We're going to make the offense easier so you can score, but he wants to go dive right, dive left, run spread right, run spread left. Like, that's what he wants to do. What school is going to say, listen, that's the kind of coach we need because that's what we want to run?
That's why I said that I really felt like he would be fired at the beginning of the year because they already had on the table where they had to make a decision about their quarterback play. Now, the other thing, too, is this going to have lasting effects because they're going to be now that great talent pool is not going to, want to go to LSU. 2, they're going to leave the state and go to maybe some interstate rivals or people in the SEC. But 3, I think the biggest thing is you got kids on their team now that are getting death threats because of what this man was running on offense. Their quarterback was getting death threats.
Because he was dying back there.
Told him that they told that player, they said, "Well, we catch you coming to the game, we're gonna hang you." Damn.
Look, answer me this. Answer me this, Rupp. When has Les Miles ever produced a quarterback, a good one? Listen, and I'm not even going to take a shot at Pillsbury Doughboy. What's his name? That's
the only one that anybody can ever think of.
But that's the one you can think. But he never really had. He wasn't really talented. He just had a strong arm.
Okay, what was the other kid?
Zach Mettenberger?
Mettenberger. He was the one that was supposed to be, but I think that was more of an example of, okay, this is a great white hype.
My question is, when you look at Les Miles, like, he's got a board of what's, like, most important in his top 5 positions. Quarterback isn't in it. It's like running back, D tackle, running back, right end, D tackle, cornerback, and like a guard. That's his top 5 things he's looking for. He doesn't even have in an era where quarterbacking and wide receivers are just so important. They're not even in his top 5.
And
how wasn't a quarterback in your top 5? Just period.
Exactly. He's the first person to get the ball. But you know what? Again, me being a Florida Gator guy, and me watching a lot of SEC ball, and it's sad. You know, it's watching what he did at LSU, and like Chris said, and I agree with both of you guys. And I hate to admit it, if you let the devil himself take the LSU team, they win a few more championships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But let me say this, though.
You know?
What? You know what's going to happen, right? Yeah, Chris knows what's going to happen, too.
I got the name.
Les Miles.
Please.
Les Miles is going to fail up.
Please don't say. Please
That's who's going to be the next coach.
Listen.
Them initials. That's going to be the next coach of LSU.
Mark
my words.
Yes, I agree. And you know who's going to take his place? Les Miles.
Yep. And
Nick Saban is going to hire.
So what Chris said, and which is sad, and I have to agree with him. The front runner for that job is Lane Kiffin.
In the second front runner is Steve Sarkisian.
Yeah, for real. And you get dead ass.
This is what happened, people.
Because I don't think Tom Herman is going to leave Houston. I really don't.
No.
The next person they want is Jimbo Fisher. Good luck.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Jimbo ain't leaving. He's not leaving Florida State. And what they're giving him.
Yeah, no,
he's not leaving
Florida State.
And again, prior to Les Miles getting there, you know, you had Nick Saban there.
Mm-hmm.
So Nick Saban gonna make sure his boys get in there. Mm-hmm. And again, if you let Nick Saban take that LSU team, I'm telling you.
Well, let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this, right? And got to be fair to the landscape of coaches that's there. Is there anybody really that you can come off the top of your head and say right now, with the exception of the Houston coach, right? Mm-hmm. That you could say would be able to go into a job like LSU and produce? What other college coaches are out there? Because
that are available,
yeah,
or that are in a job. Because I can think of a few. That have jobs.
Like, I would think like this, and this is just my thought. Charlie Strong ain't going nowhere. No. He's got at least another year or two at Texas.
Hope so.
Right? Possibly. Brian Kelly may be available because right now you got
getting fired.
You got to face it. Notre Dame is 1-3.
Yeah.
Right?
Lost to Duke. First of all,
go ahead.
Minus 20 Notre Dame was. Minus 20. I said, let me tell you something. You want a lock of the week? Notre Dame going to run Duke. First of all, Duke ain't scored at this point more than 21 points in a game that they played and lost, and they scored 28 by halftime. Let me tell you something. I had 180 in my hand, 14 parlay. 180 in my hand. Notre Dame just had to handle business. Those Let me tell you something.
Hey, let me tell you something, America.
Chris.
Let me tell you something, America. Chris is mad as Michael Blackson was when he walked in the CD shop on Friday. He's trying to get his money
again, mother suckers.
What? Try again, mother sucker.
I can't.
So, honestly, yo, who's out there?
Well,
only other coach. Again, I can think of. Again, I don't think he's leaving. Well, I don't know. Is probably like Bobby Petrino. I can see him.
He's not leaving Louisville.
No, he's not leaving. But I'm just saying though. I don't see.
But Bobby Petrino, kind of to me, and this is my opinion on it because I just think Bobby Petrino is just, boy, he is gutter trash if you ask me. But I mean, no, that's just like Lane Kiffin.
This is who they should go to get the job. This is who they need to go after. Whether he wants to leave or not, he should leave because there's a lot of heat where he's at. So he might as well get out of Dodge now. That's going to suck for the kids, but hey, listen, that's how college football works. Freeze from Ole Miss. That is the guy that you should want to bring into LSU. Freeze is the guy. That's the guy you should want to get. Brian Kelly, the reason you should not get him is because he ain't been good since Cincinnati. The team that he was successful with in Notre Dame That wasn't even his team. That wasn't his recruiting class. Mm-hmm. He gonna get you offense. I'm gonna give you that. He gonna get you offense. Maybe he could stumble into having a decent defense. But in SEC ball, if you don't got yourself at least an above average defense, you just asking for it. You're just asking for it. Brian Kelly not the guy for the guy.
But LSU has a good defense.
Now, Brian Kelly will ruin it. Notre Dame had a good defense.
Yeah.
Where they at now?
Especially when they had Manti Taylor in mind. Like, if they had a good defensive minder, like a good defense minded coach.
Yo, how you catfish yourself? And be motivated.
I would try
how you call Neve and the other dude? Like, it's like you got, yo, America, please look at this video. Manti Taylor was like, Neve, I need your help. Hey, just say this. How do you do that? How does that happen, America?
Listen, man, he's out for the season, man.
It's like, yo, your girlfriend died. Any proof? Nah, no proof. Damn, my girlfriend died. What?
How you know she died? She just ain't here no more.
She said,
you ever kiss her?
No.
You ever seen her? No. But that's you love her though? Yeah.
Yep.
How she died? Her back. What happened? It's spinal.
Yo, Manti Taylor is going to take them L's for the rest of his life.
Listen, like the other segment. Now you dead.
Yo, for real, man.
Now you dead.
Yeah, you did.
I remember they were playing like Stanford on a night game, and they did this whole segment on how Manti Taylor lost his girlfriend.
There you go. You said it. What about Stanford coach?
Oh, nah. Shaw shouldn't leave Stanford. He got everything he wants. I want
How about
one.
the coach for Oklahoma State?
Okay.
Grundy?
Yeah. I know he goes sick in press conferences. I know that.
His mullet too strong. Too strong,
but that says Louisiana.
It's too strong.
That says Trailer Park, man.
Yo,
that says Bayou, man. Bayou Barber.
Games. No, his mullet say Joe Dirt. That's what it says.
But that's Louisiana. That
joint don't move,
listen,
fam.
You think of Bobby Boucher. You think of him.
I don't like.
Now
I don't like.
And
David Shaw should stay in Stanford.
I know they wouldn't leave. The only person that it just popped in my mind when we were talking about strong mullets, but just because he got a strong accent too. But I don't think they would leave either. Dabo Swinney, he won't leave. But in terms of what he could do for that job, for that team, Dabo could make them work.
Well, listen, somebody even asked Urban Myers if he had been called, and it's like, why would you leave Ohio State to go to LSU? That just doesn't. Ohio State is his absolute dream, and even if it wasn't your dream job, nobody leaves Ohio State. You get fired. Nobody leaves Ohio State to go. There's no better job.
Coach Trust.
Like, he stepped down because he was about to get the hammer on him. But, whatever. We won't get into the sweater vest stuff. But
sweater vest.
It's just the only guy I can really see, the guy that they really need to go after is Freeze. They're probably going to end up with Lane Kiffin because he loves to fail up.
If they get Lane Kiffin, I hope LSU lose every freaking game ever.
No. Listen, this is what's going to happen. Lane Kiffin's going to go to LSU. He's going to do 2.5 years. They're going to plummet. And he's going to get an NFL job. That's what's going to happen.
Yo, if he get an NFL job, listen, Roger Goodell, I'm telling you right now, I'm canceling everything in my life that start with an N. If you give Lane Kiffin a job, it's going to be like I'm a gang member and I can't say the letter N.
Yo, how do you get fired from USC and then you go to the very best job you can have right now in Alabama and you're the assistant coach? How does that happen?
With the championship.
How do you get fired from USC? How do you get banned from USC? How do you get banned by the NCAA and then get a job at Alabama?
And your name ain't OJ. That's crazy, man. Banned from USC.
Yo, speaking of that.
But speaking of running wild.
Wait, I gotta say this because this is probably the funniest meme that I've seen with talk about power, right? It had a picture of OJ in the courtroom, smiling, talking about, come on, Ghost. You know I told you not to take the gloves off.
Oh, you just ruined the episode.
Hey, spoiler alert, America.
Spoiler alert.
Something happened with Ghost.
Nah.
Angie Key.
Best thing I see is that's why you never promote a side bitch to the main bitch.
Yo, I can't wait.
Tasha would have never did that to you, Ghost.
Yeah, see, that's what she get. That's what she get. But anyway, speaking of, people running wild, man, and tearing up the field, man. We got two young men. We got Kristen, what you call him? White chocolate? What you call him?
White chocolate.
White chocolate. And Lamar Jackson, man.
No. When you say white chocolate,
He said white
you
chocolate.
gotta say it like this. You gotta say it like you Terrence Howard and whoop that trick. It's white chocolate.
Come on, man.
Baby.
He's stupid. Listen, man. So I was a little under weather, but I did get to catch Louisville, as they call it down south, Louisville. Louisville. And he just makes it look so easy. And I didn't realize it was some years ago. It was a high school kid. He was running the end zone. He just stopped on somebody.
That was him?
That was him. Yeah. I didn't realize.
No, that was him.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was him.
Let me tell you.
That's crazy.
Your boy, first of all, Chris's guy, Mel Kiper, is going to be all over this dude.
I'm glad you brung that up.
We're really
now, you know what?
That's not this.
Okay.
But let me get into this.
Go.
My top 5 quarterbacks right now in college football is Greg Ward, J.T. Barrett, Deshaun Kaiser, Lamar Jackson.
Could you please say the schools also, so people that's following can go look.
Greg Ward, Houston. Yep. J.T. Barrett, Orange. Deshaun Kaiser, Notre Dame. Deshaun Watson, Clemson. Lamar Jackson, Louisville. Those are right now the top 5 quarterbacks in college football. Period.
Who's the number one right now? If you had to do an early Heisman poll, who's leading?
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
By
a mile.
3 miles.
But
as far as
who who's eligible for the draft next year, you got to take Lamar out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Deshaun Watson, Deshaun Kaiser, J.T. Barrett, Greg Ward. Clear. I guarantee you Mel Kiper going to put Baker Mayfield and Chad Kelly atop. I guarantee you.
Yo, and then
that Mel Kiper going to put Baker Mayfield and Chad Kelly in this.
And then Baker Mayfield transferred. Who transferred from Alabama? Somebody, one of their quarterbacks just transferred.
Oh, one of Alabama. No,
right?
That's Barrett.
Yeah.
Alabama.
Yeah. Barrett transferred from Alabama, but not J.T. Barrett. No. Another dude named Barrett. Now you watch when the draft get close and Mel Kiper come out with his big board and he comes out with who's NFL ready and who's gonna turn it. He's gonna have you thinking that Chad Kelly and Baker Mayfield.
Chris, no. I have to disagree with you. I have to disagree.
That Mel Kiper not gonna do that?
Yeah, no. I agree with you, but I'm gonna tell you what. He's gonna get a quarterback from like Wyoming, someone we never heard of.
Oh no! Not only there's some other white quarterback, and I'm not knocking any white quarterback. Listen, I mean, I'm not knocking. Oh, but he is going to find him a white quarterback to put ahead of all of these other quarterbacks because they don't got it upstairs. They're not that accurate.
You know what I hate
about
it?
They don't have good upside.
You know what I hate about it more though? That was going to lend more credence to his argument is the fact that Carson Wentz is I'm sorry. I just
gotta call a spade a spade. When we wrong, we wrong. Carson Wentz.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's only the third.
Philly.
No
cheesesteaks.
You know what it was? Sorry. The first 2 games was garbage because you was playing Cleveland and you beat Cleveland and you beat Chicago without Jay Cutler, which is even worse. But anyway, I'm not giving you credit for that. But
I am because he ain't turned the ball over.
Okay. But what happened against Pittsburgh, who is supposed to be the team in the AFC that can rival the Patriots, the only team in the AFC coming into this season that can rival the Patriots, and for them to hold them to 3, and then for him to have the game that he had, I gotta listen. When I'm right, I'm sure enough gonna get up here and tell you I was right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. He had us on Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is a little bit. Carson Wentz went. I don't want to make an excuse, but Carson Wentz went into a good situation. He went with an offensive-minded coach who taught him up. He has some good skills. He plays to his strengths. It's all good in Philadelphia.
I didn't believe that Doug Peterson was as good as a coach as he is. I tell you one thing, what's going to happen out of this Philadelphia situation, the defensive coordinator is going to get a head coaching job next year.
Probably. And I got to call it what it was. But please, do not mistake this one thing Mel Kiper got right for the years of getting it wrong constantly. Yeah. I will give Mel Kiper Carson Wentz. I really will. But geez, come on. Like he's wrong 90% of the time.
We can kind of say that it was a wash though, because Goff is doing exactly what Goff was going to do. So we can kind of say it canceled out. We ain't giving you no props.
Let me tell you something. You can't beat Case Keenum for a job you don't deserve one. You don't deserve one. Period. Like, I can't with Mel Kiper. All right, I'm done with Mel Kiper for now.
That's funny. So this weekend, in college football, we got the top 5 poll. I'm not going to the whole poll. We just the top 5. We got Alabama. Mm-hmm. We got the
Ohio State
University. We got Chris. What's that say?
Michigan.
That team up north.
Yeah, there you go.
Michigan.
Chris Michigan, and we got Louisville.
Mind you, that Wisconsin pick that I gave you plus 10. Wisconsin is playing Michigan. They're giving Wisconsin 10.5. Did y'all not see what Wisconsin just did to Michigan State? Did you not see what they did to LSU? And did you not see the struggle that Michigan had with Colorado just 2 weeks ago? Before Colorado's starting quarterback went down, it was 28-28 against Colorado. And you giving Wisconsin 10.5 points? You spotting Wisconsin 10.5 points? Let me tell y'all people, Michigan's offense is mundane at best. Their defense is suspect at best. They got one shining spot, and that's Jabril Peppers. That's a real athlete right
He
there.
is the only player that they have on their
That is a real deal.
He do remind me,
now, Ohio State got about 5 of them, but Michigan.
5 of him.
Listen, I'm just I'm just finished the top 5, and I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say about Wisconsin. So we got Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, Louisville, as Chris would say, and Clemson.
Louisville.
I like that top 5. I really like that top 5.
Especially change this week.
Yeah, and especially Louisville and Clemson play each other, so that's gonna be the match I'm looking for. But again, Wisconsin, I'm just still not sold, and here's why. Wisconsin, they play good ball for about 7 games, and then towards the end they dive off.
Game 5.
Again, you beat a Louisville team. I'm sorry, not Louisville. LSU team who only had 2 plays on the books. Okay, Michigan State. Okay, that was nice, but I don't think that they're going to beat Michigan.
Mind you, went into Michigan State.
I don't think they're going to.
It was 30-6 going into the 4th quarter. 30-6.
I'm still not.
You don't believe that if you want to. And listen, I'm not saying that Michigan State. I'm not even saying that Michigan won't win. Maybe they will win. They ain't beating them by 10.5. I can tell you that right now. That's easy money.
Okay.
Listen, it's Big Ten football, man. We talk about this all day. Big Ten football.
Right, you in my wheelhouse. Yeah. You talking Big Ten. You in my wheelhouse.
It's tough. Yeah. The only problem that I have with the top 5 is this year more than ever, it seems like they're jumping these teams automatically into the top 5 depending on what the win kind of looks like. Like, listen, Louisville dominated Florida State. Dominated them. They dominated my Seminoles. We was definitely some puppies. We was not dogs.
Man, we some puppies.
We was that program that my son watched. We was rough Steve and Dave, and just didn't look good. Had my voice just cracking and everything because I wanted to cry.
But also a lot of these teams are playing each other earlier in the season. I mean,
get it
because you'll have like 1 or 2, maybe 3, but you having a lot of teams play each other.
I get that too, but again, for you to, it was in the past that if you had a big time game and you beat them, the most that you would jump would be between 2 and 5 spots. Yeah, I get that, right?
I know.
Like they basically put them where we were and put us where they were. Like, really?
It was a pretty resounding win, though.
Yo,
listen,
and because, it wasn't like they just barely beat him. That was whooping.
Listen,
yo, because Chris did call it earlier.
Y'all just gotta be disrespectful, right?
And I know they disrespect this. Oh man, but besides, man, we still love you. But Chris did say that Michigan will be between 3 and 4. You know, in the ranking. You didn't say which weeks, but you did say Michigan will jump to 4.
But does this still hold true to what we all said earlier? Like, and Chris, we was talking about last night too. Does it still hold true that we'll see in the Final Four at least 2 teams with 2 losses?
Too early to tell. Too early.
I think that 2 of those teams will have 1 loss. It won't be like
just one, or
I don't know about. Listen, for Louisville to get in, Louisville can't lose.
They got to win out. They got to win out. They got to win the ACC outright.
Like, Clemson can get in, but Clemson still got Florida State. They still got.
But where do you put them now that Louisville is playing Clemson this weekend?
It depends what happens. It depends what happens in the game. If Clemson loses, Clemson needs to win out, and also they need Louisville to lose. Mm-hmm. Louisville next tough matchup wouldn't be until they play Houston.
Yeah.
Houston's only chance of getting in is Louisville going to 3, and then beating Louisville when Louisville's at 3. That's the well. Louisville is at 3. Why do you have them at 4?
Yeah.
Louisville's 3, Michigan's 4.
Yeah, Louisville could actually jump. And Chris, I know you ain't gonna like this.
Don't even.
Chris, if they beat Clemson, like they beat us,
and wash them out, yeah.
Listen, the only way you're jumping, the only way Louisville is jumping Ohio State, and this is not just because I'm an Ohio State fan. The only way they're jumping them, if Rutgers got to play, Ohio State's got to play Rutgers this week. The line is minus 38.5. If Rutgers made that a game and it was tight, kind of how Clemson was playing early in the year when they were playing these teams that shouldn't have been hanging with them, and it was like close for some reason, and Ohio State had to eke it out, then yes. If Ohio State blows up, they're not going to jump it because Florida State is definitely, obviously, that's a true win that they got.
Very true.
It's a very, very true win. And they would,
points of true.
And they would have 2 true, and this would be a true road win too because Louisville got to go to Clemson. So listen, I'm not, but they're not going to jump Ohio State in the polls. Now, when the playoff rankings come out, that might be different. Okay. But just in the polls right now, they're not gonna have Louisville jump Ohio State. I mean, I think that'd be a good game. I would like to see it. I would like to see Louisville versus Ohio State.
Long as Louisville don't have no skid, man. Long as they don't lose to some old.
Yeah, if they do what they're supposed to do, even if they lose a tight game with Clemson, if they figure out a way to either tie for the ACC crown regular season, right? Or whatever it is when in the playoffs or whatever, they find a way to just have that 1 loss against Clemson, they'll definitely still be in the conversation in terms of the Final Four. What that holds true for, what it will be bad for, is Houston, because Houston will then kind of may automatically be out of the picture. If Louisville has 1 loss and they still kind of win out, right? Houston, even undefeated, still might not get in.
Houston ain't gonna beat Louisville. Houston can't beat Louisville.
Houston in what Conference America, whatever.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Conference America.
Houston, it might be. I don't even think it's gonna be competitive. Actually,
it shouldn't be.
Great. Yeah, listen, I'll watch Houston a lot, even though I am picking Houston tomorrow against UConn minus 29. But Houston, they're good, but there's right now in college football. There's an elite level. I don't know why Michigan's up there. There's an elite level. Yo, I know that shit sounds like a shot, right? Yo, I know that, but I'm really being dead serious.
He just did the OG Bobby Johnson, son. He pulled out the double barrel.
Yo, I know that seems like it, but it's really all bullshit aside. It's Alabama, it's Ohio State, it's Louisville, it's Clemson. I'm having a hard time putting Clemson because I'm not a believer. I've seen them play this year. They've just started to get into the stride, but we're gonna find out Saturday night. Oh, yeah. Those are the elite. Those are the elite teams. Everybody else is behind them. Okay. Everybody else is behind them. And I tell you why I said that about Michigan. Haven't played anybody yet. That's true. Yeah. That's why we're gonna see what they do tomorrow on Saturday when they play Wisconsin. Wisconsin is battle tested. They had to play LSU. They had to go to Michigan State, play Michigan State. They had to beat really, really hard teams on the road and at a neutral site. I don't know what Michigan are because them beating Bowling Green and shit and whoever else, East Bama, fuck you. The teams that they've been beating this year, they're nobodies. I don't know what they look like against competitive teams. The one slightly competitive team,
East Bama.
the one slight competition that they had against Colorado, it was bad. It was bad, and they would have lost if Colorado's starting quarterback didn't go out. I have serious questions about Michigan. Baby. Serious questions about them. They will come back to reality.
We'll see.
They will come, but listen, even if they win, they still got to play Michigan State, Ohio State, Nebraska, back to back to back, away from the big house.
Yeah, it's tough.
Tough shit.
Chris, how about we do this? It's a rap college for Quet, man. Just want to send my boy Quet out the right way. Tim Tebow hit a home run. Just drop the mic.
The best college quarterback ever.
Tim Tebow hit a home run.
Best college quarterback ever, man.
Thank you, sweet baby Jesus.
I swear, Chris. So when I was listening to you do your rant, I swear you sound like Ric Flair. You said we talk about college, you talking about elite. Alabama, Ohio State, Louisville, Clemson, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down.
What are you talking about, Michigan?
Yo, that's what I swear and I have a hard time put Michigan in there. But you're right. You know, again, Saturday we'll see. Saturday we will see. Again, my Gators.
Saturday at 3:30.
My Gators just close out. They better not lose another goddamn game. I look at the schedule.
Oh boy.
They better not lose a game this season.
Ask me what's going on before the games.
They better not lose.
Just ask me.
Nah, what's he gonna say?
Oh, that's right. You gotta play each other this year.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna lose.
Crazy.
No, but just ask me.
Florida.
Just ask me what's going on.
You crazy. What's going on with you?
It doesn't matter what's going on.
I'm not gonna say that. Segue to the NFL.
Yes, sir.
FSU is gonna stomp Florida.
You crazy as hell.
We have Plies looking like a fool on Instagram. This dummy in his rich-ish when got a South Florida jersey and was posting videos. Oh, we got 14 points in Florida State. You was happy about 14 points, Plies? I ain't even call them Plies. I call them Flies.
Flies.
You was really happy about that?
He said, 14.
You had the 14 point.
But didn't he go to that school, though?
It don't matter. You sound like a third grader with a mouthful of marbles. And you got a college education.
Hey.
And I don't care if you came up from the Ritz-Carlton. You know what I'm saying?
Plucked twice. But
you better not talk about Florida State no more, boy.
Nah, he won't.
Period.
So now,
next.
Speaking of crying.
Oh.
We got ODB.
Yo, did y'all know, like, and I know sometimes I be missing things, but I thought people were really playing when they said this dude was crying. Until I saw a video yesterday that slowed it down when this dude walked back from after losing the fight with the kicking net, a tear like he was in a movie. I'm talking about he had a tear like Silly in Color Purple, right? That joint said, I said, this dude is crying. You know what I thought of? Remember, what was the movie with Tom Hanks when he was the baseball coach for the girls?
Leave it on. There's no crying.
There's no crying in football, Dale. In a regular season game.
You know what? I'm not even going to call him a bitch. I'm going to call you an unstable creature. That's what I'm going to call you.
Listen, they had that lead. There was a lot of pressure. Josh Norman was on that ass. And,
ain't no pause in that.
And, it was, listen, when you play in a tough NFC week, every loss counts. Okay? Because just 2 wins and then you won the division.
Yo, but you know what the crazy thing is? We kind of all going to have to eat crow. Because we all sat here
Said the Eagles was the bottom of the division.
The Eagles was the bottom of the barrel.
It's still early in the. It's still early, man. They're gonna find a way to fuck it up. That's what they do in Philly. Okay, they fucked up beans.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
They're gonna find a way.
Because you about to start freestyling like O'Million. Let me put the beat on.
The villain.
Young bull.
Yo, they're gonna find a way to mess it up. They always do. You know it.
Well, here's my thing. Still, Philly has not played an elite defense yet. So I don't know. And they got to play Minnesota. I know the Giants are playing Minnesota this week. Mm-hmm. You could probably count that up as an L. Yeah. Why are they out here letting Sam Bradford look like he's anything but irrelevant? But anyway, I don't want to get into the Sam Bradford thing.
I digress.
I digress.
Little grinds my gear.
They got to play some defensive teams before I just start crowning them because Carolina's defense, something wrong. Something wrong with Carolina's defense.
Hell, man.
I don't know.
Dare we say the subtraction of Josh Norman? Because if you look at that defense on paper, real talk, he is the only person that's not there. They haven't lost anybody. So what does that say? Now, again, we talk about system and all that stuff. I get it. We talk about him just playing one side of the field. I get it.
They're eating that one side of the field up right now.
Exactly. It's just, I kind of connected to if Richard Sherman is not there in Seattle. But even when they have Richard Sherman, just look at the impact when Cam Chancellor wasn't there. It's kind of the same thing. I just think, and I got to just show respect, and I hate to do this, but the Eagles in the NFC least could be the beast.
Just let me see Dallas in them first. Yeah. See Dallas in them first.
Okay.
Because
Dallas has talent, but then Dallas right now is in another situation because now your boy, that like to have screaming matches on the sideline with people, yell at people, he got a hairline fracture in his knee.
Sure do.
Now, that is that dude. But losing Dez, and he ain't been finding Jason Witten.
He been fighting Cole Beasley.
And Terrence Williams.
Terrence Williams, and let me tell you, the combination of Ezekiel and Alfred Morris.
It's different.
It's different, though.
I like, but
and you don't turn the ball over.
But listen, we have had now, and I know Quet was talking about it earlier, but we had a lot of teams that kind of injuries that kind of already changed the course of where they were headed. Houston put a bow on it, as Ocho would always say, kiss the baby. It's over. Because Justin James is not coming back.
Oh, yeah. Possibly could be done for his career.
AP. And the thing that kind of kills me with AP is the fact that they're such a balanced team, they may not miss him that much on offense.
Wasn't it Asiata?
Matt Asiata. Asiata.
Stop trying to give me curse. I don't know, Chris. I don't know. It's tough.
All right. So like I said, so we got 2 minutes. Like I said, because we're gonna definitely finish this out, man, and I don't want to prolong this. You know what I mean? But I just want to say this real quick. The Patriots have a system.
Oh shit!
Listen, whatever they doing, they are doing it
Chris,
right. But I'm wondering who is going to be.
Here's my thing. I agree. I think it's the system. I've always thought it was a little more system than Brady, because you should not be able to play. You should not be able to be this successful when he's not. And not even this year. Previous years when he wasn't there, you should not be able to be this successful with your Hall of Fame quarterback not there. You should not beat the Texans 27 donut. You shouldn't. Yeah. You shouldn't have Jimmy Garoppolo throwing 3 touchdowns in the first half without Gronk on the field when that happened.
Defense.
It's. I believe that Brady, as much as I don't like him, I do believe Brady's a good player. But the reason why I always picked Peyton over Brady is because I've always believed that no matter where you put Peyton Manning, that was a 10, 11-win team.
That's fair.
No matter where. And I always thought the combination of Brady and Belichick is what made the Patriots great.
Yeah.
Not just Brady. I always thought it was not much, but I always thought it was a little more Belichick than it was Brady.
Kind of like Walsh and Montana.
Yes.
Well, I got one more thing to add to that, right? And just in doing a lot of research, Bill Belichick's system is so diverse and complex at the same time. Like, did y'all know that Matt Patricia was actually a rocket scientist?
People bring it up a lot, yo.
Like,
they bring it up a lot, like, yo, he's got a rocket scientist on the team.
Like, I know that sometimes it's not supposed to correlate, but to have certain people that are around that have a great knowledge base about different things, it comes in handy. I mean, look at all the people that they have plugged in. And then there's supposed to be some secret weapon, this guy named Ernie Adams. I've been trying to Google him, but he's supposed to be the guy that every place that Bill Belichick went, he said, I'm not coming here unless he can come with me. He's supposed to be the guy that's just like the dude in Moneyball.
Oh, okay.
Like, he puts all these analytics and things together that says, okay, this is who you go for. This is who you draft. This, you know. So,
listen,
I don't know, man. That system is different.
I won't be surprised if they keep Brady for a year or two, trade Garoppolo next year, get something high value for him, and then his process team the year after that. I wouldn't be surprised. Listen, they're known to get rid of a player a little too early, more than a little too late.
And they're not afraid to get rid of anybody.
Richard Seymour will tell you that.
Richard Seymour will tell you that. Vince Wilfork can tell you that.
Drew Bledsoe. Anyway.
Willie McGinnis and that curl. That's it.
So, yeah, man, like I said, man, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in to another edition of Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. Please go to our fan page. Like us, and listen to our shows. Also, go to our website, www.realdstm.com. On behalf of the show, Don't Shoot the Messenger, I'm your boy, Professional Sutton.
And I'm your boy, Chris G.
And it's your boy, The Rec Report.
Peace.